Welcome to the Toxic Tavern, where we will regale stories of horror in the Dnd TTRPG role-playing fucking world. Now, my first story is Fade to Black.
All right, like where this is going.
Okay, all right. So, when I was younger, about 15, 16, I was with a group of men, and we would DM all this different stuff. So we did DM Cyberpunk, D&D, a few other bits and things. So one of the guys had a certain fetish.
I don't like where you're going with this. Fetish? That's the word we're starting with?
Fetish. That's all I can say is a fetish, because he the phone boxes. Mm-hmm. So phone boxes had all these things in there, all these like little cards and all this sort of stuff. And in there, people used to let me turn the music down. Be quiet in the Toxic Tavern. Be quiet. There was a fucking shh. And he wrote to a I'm going to say lady of the night, and sent pictures of himself, and then sent back that if got returned to sender, and his wife found out about it, and
this sounds like an awesome session zero.
Yeah, and divorced him basically in the end of it. So he was a recently divorced person, and we played with 6 other guys, and I started DMing and all this sort of stuff, and one person and another person decided to have a relationship within the game. The relationship then branched into a full-blown relationship, but me DMing this relationship, and they wanted me to explain the sexual connection between them.
Like verbatim. Step by step with instructions.
Verbatim instructions. And I was like, I don't want to do this. They go, do it. And they basically peer pressured me into softcore porn at 16.
So you're the victim in this, which is not where I was expecting this to go.
It's not. And I felt
the person that had to suffer. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. So it was, and that's why I never do it again. There's always the fade to black. If something happens, it's always the fade to black.
But now I want to know, what did they want?
Everything.
I need some details. I'm a visual learner. Well, please explain.
How one person pushed the other person up against the toilet wall. How that person picked the other person up and had that other person with the legs behind their back, and how they faded to black into a toilet stall, and how somebody else, one of the other guys, coming in and watching them.
Why did you have to explain it? I don't understand. What's the joy in that? If you're gonna like self-insert all your weird fucking kink shit into your D&D games, isn't the point that you get to explain it? Why are you doing that?
Because they were like, this is the DM's job. You have to explain the scenario.
Did you make them roll for Constitution for like a weird itch or anything? Or?
Roll for Constitution to lift people up. But yeah, so that was one of my many with this group of very odd situations.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah. Already just fade to black. Jesus Christ. They make you fucking explain it? Jesus Christ.
Fade to black. Oh Christ. Yeah, it was really bad. It was a very, very odd situation.
So as a seasoned DM, how would you go about trying to avoid that in future?
Well,
what advice would you give to people in this situation?
Just don't do it. Just the fade to black. Just call it. Just fade to black.